Hello everybody, welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. This is Alessandra, and tonight I just remembered that tomorrow I want to make pasta and ceci, which is pasta and chickpeas. So what I need to do, this is the hardest part of the recipe, is remembering to soak your chickpeas. So I sorted out a pound of chickpeas. I'm putting them in a bowl with cold water, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Buonanotte, ciao ciao. Good morning. The chickpeas have been soaking all night. I have a 5-quart pan right here. This is a super simple recipe. I'm gonna cook them. We're probably not gonna eat them till tonight, but just get the chickpeas cooked and then I'll show you the next step. So what I'm going to do is just pour them in the pot, okay? And but before I put them to boil, I will rinse them. Rinse them, add fresh cold water, and then put them to boil. The garlic, you just want to crush, remove the outside. I leave them nice and large. They're 2 large cloves, and I like it like that simply because I like to remove the garlic at the end. So let me get the skin off and add it right in. I'm going to rinse the chickpeas, fill it up with water, and meet me by the stove. Adding my 2 large cloves of garlic in. Now, I filled up the pot with water. It's 4.5 quarts. So I put the chickpeas in, I filled it up with water. Now, the rules for the chickpeas: do not submerge anything that's metal. Once they start boiling, lower the heat, put a lid on it, and when you stir it, it should be only with a wooden spoon. Because if it breaks the boil, I kid you not, they will no longer cook. These are things that have been passed down to me, and I have a dear friend that a couple times she made beans, she shut them off, put them on, and guess what? Those beans never cooked. So these are little rules from Nonna, from Mama, that we don't break. So the 1 spoon is going to be right here. I am going to watch it, and let's bring it to a boil. It's boiling. Okay, now I know it's a little tricky on a electric stove because sometimes you lower it and it doesn't. Remove some of the foam that builds on top. Okay, I'm going to lower mine to a gentle boil. Place the lid back on it, and let's check back in an hour. Okay, let's take a look. Oh wow, they look great. Okay, let's check them if they're cooked. They need a little bit more, so I'm going to continue cooking them, and we'll check back again in 30 minutes. All right, okay. Perfect. Let's add the salt. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt and then see. You know what? Let's do 2.5. I could always add a little bit more later, but not remove. Now let's get ready for the next step. Going to remove the garlic that I dropped in. Okay, important stuff. I moved the pot over because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a strainer. You could use a blender or even mash them with the potato masher, but I like to do it with the strainer. So since I'm not going to be cooking the whole pound, we're only 3 people eating tonight. So what I like to do is remove some of my chickpeas and strain them, so this makes the pasta and ceci very, very creamy. So this is the first step, is to strain the chickpeas, add a little bit of the liquid, and what this does is that, you see, all the cream of the chickpeas is in the pot. We're going to cook the pasta in it, but all the shell, the skin, la pellicina, is going to stay on top of the pasta tutto. see this? And I'm gonna just discard it. You see the little skins? I don't know if you can see them. And that's what makes it super creamy. Okay, I'm done with that. And now the next step is going to be, I'm going to remove the pasta tutto. Okay, I'm sorry. This goes quite quick. So did you see? You basically put, it's such a simple meal. Now I'm going to add the chickpeas that are whole. All right. Now the trick of it all is to the equation between the water and the pasta. Like if I were to drop, a cup of pasta into the big pot of chickpeas, it's a disaster. So you gotta have the right amount. Oh, the salt is perfect. That little bit of salt really made a difference. So in the whole pot, I added, 2.5 teaspoons. Okay, let's bring it to a boil. Let's add the pasta in. That was a cup of pasta. Like I always say, I figure about a third a person. Now you really don't want to walk away for this. You want to, this is the perfect time to set the table, get whatever you need to do, but stop by, walk by and just give it a good stir so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Let's chop in some fresh parsley. The fresh parsley is a must. Okay, take a look. Come closer. I'm so excited. This is such a delicious dish. When my grandmother would ask her, Nonna, che mangiamo oggi? She would say, pasta e cicera. Pasta e cicera. Zitta e non dicera. It was just a little saying they would say. Okay, I'm going to shut it off, leave it just a second or so, and move over to the table. It is now safe to put metal in the pasta and cicci. All right, tonight I'm gonna serve. I want you to see the consistency that it needs to be. Creamy and absolutely delicious. Okay. And this is perfect now. Now, you could add a teaspoon of the regular extra virgin olive oil, but I'm gonna give it a little zest. So I like mine spicy. So I'm going to add the olio santo that I make. And below in the description, there's gonna be the link to make the olio santo. Let's just drizzle some on top. There it goes. And of course, we still have beautiful fresh parsley, and we're going to garnish the plate like that. Okay, now I'm hungry. I'm gonna taste it. You know what makes me so excited? That something so simple could be so amazingly delicious. Look at the recipe. It was a pound of chickpeas, a cup of pasta, 2 cloves of garlic, extra virgin olive oil, fresh parsley. That's it. Please try it. Trust me when I tell you these meals are simple, healthy, and delicious. And it's what I grew up with, and I'm sure thousands of other Italian children like me. Or people from all over the world. I'm sure they make different variations of this delicious meal. Well, anyway, I don't want to keep you longer and I want to eat. Please hit the bell button. A lot of new recipes coming out. And what that does is then it notifies you when the new recipes are out. Hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Stay healthy. Arrivederci alla prossima. Ciao, ciao.